This is a short test designed to showcase how important it is to choose your terrain when you are going to charge. We have two identical units matched up against each other. We have Legionary Cohort and we have Socii Equites Extraordinari. These two units are just going to charge each other. Obelix is helping me with this test, and Obelix is the hill camper. I am trying to charge him up the hill. I'm going to charge the Socii Equites into his Socii Equites, going to charge the Legionary Cohort into his Legionary Cohort, and we'll just see what happens here. You can see his Legionary Cohort is getting a comfortable lead against my Legionary Cohorts. His Socii are getting a very comfortable lead against my Socii Equites Extraordinari, and as this battle progresses, I'm going to lose decisively to units of equal quality, although even though they are of equal quality, I lost decisively. So he had 30 left in his unit of Socii Equites, and he had 75 Legionary Cohort left. This short test illustrates perfectly why it's so important to pick your engagements, and if you are trying to force an opponent off a hill, it's going to be very ineffective to just charge in and to allow your opponent to get bonuses to his melee effectiveness and to his charges by charging you downhill. Imagine if this happens on an army-wide basis. That means that two equal armies are going to have massively different outcomes from their charges. One army is going to lose all of its units, while the other army is going to, in the case of infantry, survive with more than 50% of its unit strength left, and in the case of these Socii Equites, about 50% of its unit strength left. So if you can avoid getting downhill charged, do it, because units are going to be much more effective charging downhill, and conversely, if you know you have the inferior infantry, getting the terrain advantage is going to be very important as well. This is also why a faction like Rome that has terrible charge can do well on maps that have terrain that breaks up enemy charges and that makes it more difficult to get charges on flat terrain or on equal terrain. So if someone is camping a hill or enjoying a terrain advantage, it's going to be hard to convince him that it's a good idea to come down and fight somewhere else, because that basically means giving up one of the biggest advantages that you can have in this game, and that is being able to charge downhill. It's going to be absolutely devastating to the units that get hit by downhill charges. Strength and honor.